is a wild day today in the world of Indiana Fever basketball and the life of Caitlin Clark. Woo, we have had some moves over these last couple days. A trade for Sophie Cunningham, a free agency signing of Natasha Howard, and now today, DeWanna Bonner is going to Indiana. And it also happens to be the day that Caitlin Clark's jersey in Iowa was retired. I mean, it's been a thing, deal after deal after deal. What a weekend when it comes to Indiana Fever basketball and the life of Caitlin Clark. But let's jump on into it. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, powered by Coming Out of the Podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez, show Rudy the Hammer, where we talk facts over feelings. For those of you who are back again, I appreciate y'all support. Leave a like, comment, all that good stuff. Share the video. And for everyone who is new, I appreciate you jumping on with me. Hope you enjoy the content. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Whew. I just got finished watching the Iowa game over USC. What a win for Iowa. I mean, what a win. That's just they explode early on, have a huge lead, give the lead away, and you're thinking maybe the athleticism of USC is just going to take over this game, and it kind of started to do so. But then it's up 39, and Iowa, Lucy Olson she summons her inner Caitlin Clark, but that's not this video, so let's jump in on this. DeWanna Bonner has signed with the Indiana Fever. This is massive. This has been a weekend of deals. I mean, when you consider what's going on here, DeWanna Bonner is a 6'4". She's slim as hell, but she can shoot from the perimeter. She's a veteran. She's a Hall of Fame player for women's basketball. She averaged 15 a game last year. She averages a career 15 points per game, 41.5% shooting, 30% from three, 86% from the line. She provides some more height, more ability to stretch the floor for the Indiana Fever. Another outlet for Caitlin Clark, for someone to put that ball in the hole. I mean, if you consider what's going on right now in Indiana, you've got now Natasha Howard, who's going to play the power forward. You still got Aliyah Boston, who's in that center. Now you got a stretch three in DeWanna Bonner, who's 6'4", no less, so she's still tall and lengthy and long. Kelsey Mitchell resigns this week. That starting five, let's keep it real. It's championship or bust for this team. And now you have a bench. Now, the Indiana Fever did cut Grace Berger probably to help make this move happen. But you are looking at a bench now that if Lexi Hull remains, she still can come off the bench. Now you can move Sophie Cunningham to the bench, and she could be someone that comes off the bench as well. They're going to have to find another point guard, a backup point guard, but we already know that Caitlin plays good 30, 35 minutes a game, so you don't need some superstar. You just need someone to maintain the tide and so forth when she's not in the game. But they have a roster now. They also made a trade for Jaylen Brown out of Dallas. I don't know much about her, but you have a roster now. And I mean, even you still have Damaris Dantes coming off your bench at this moment. There's still deals that will be made. But DeWanna Bonner is a massive, massive deal for the Indiana Fever. When you couple that with Natasha Howard, who is a bulldog down low, physical player. You could add a grinder like Sophie Cunningham, who is going to, be another vet presence on this team. This is a squad, people. This is a squad. You are developing one hell of a team here, and quite frankly, it is championship or bust. I mean, you can look at it any which way. You need to win. This is a team built to win this year, to win a ring this year. Adding Stephanie White as your head coach, it's big. You're talking about 15 points from Bonner. You're talking about Natasha Howard, who averaged 17 points a game last season with the Dallas Wings. These are 17.67 boards, 3 assists. These are big deals, people. These are big, big deals. 46% from the field. That's a big deal. I mean, you just added what, 33, 41 points, and all you really let go of was Melissa Smith, who really became a bit of a cancer to the roster when, you know, when the season went as the season went on. And I don't like to refer to people as cancers to a roster because that's what the commentary people are using on Kennedy Carter, which I think is bullshit. But you could actually see when Melissa Smith was preventing teammates from going at DeJounte Carrington when the Indiana Fever played the Connecticut Sun. You could see how she would just give up the ball to her girlfriend, and you could see these things happening in front of you. It wasn't like it was a coincidence that you see video where she's holding off her teammates from Carrington after Carrington does some dirtball shit. So they can go play together and have a great time in Dallas if they want to. They can do that. You know, I all the deals that have been going on in the WNBA over the last few days. It's actually been kind of fun to watch this because you're seeing teams overpay for players a bit. I do think that Indiana overpaid for Sophie Cunningham, and I think Dallas massively overpaid for DeJounte Carrington. They made a point to they gave that eighth pick, and Carrington was a 20th pick in the draft. And Carrington, realistically, for 3 years was a bench role player, and then last year was put in a starting rotation, but was probably the fifth best player in the starting rotation, fourth best player, and she's largely ignored. She shoots a very, very low percentage from the field, and yet she wins most improved player, which realistically probably should have gone to somebody else. That said, DeWanna Bonner to the Indiana Fever. Look, this is a 1 year thing. DeWanna Bonner's 37. She'll be 38 in August. I can't see her signing some type of lengthy deal after this year. I mean, maybe she'll sign 1 year deals at a time because she is 38 years old in August. So during the season, she will turn 38. But hey, she's still performing at a very, very high level. She's an all-star last year, all-star at 35, an all-star at 33. She was WNBA team, all WNBA second team when she was 32, an all-star as 31. I mean, she's been one, two, three, four, like five, 6 times all-star level caliber player over the last 7 years. She has been a first-team all WNBA player in 2015, sixth in MVP voting. She was the second for Rookie of the Year. You know, you've got to be. She's the sixth woman player of the year, 3 straight years in 09, 10, 11, early in her career. She is going to make a difference. She is a vet leader. This is still a young team. You know, I think these vet leaders will be very beneficial to the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark's still a young player. Aliyah Boston's still a young player. And adding veteran presence like, Bonner and Howard and obviously Kelsey Mitchell is now going to her eighth year, I think it is, 7th or 8th year. So she's a vet now. But that really old school leadership, I think, will help the Fever, help Caitlin Clark. It's going to be a different team, people. This is, and I'm reading some silly, silly comments from the people that want to hate on this because that's what they do. Oh, now the Fever are buying players. Like, what are we talking about? Asia Wilson never had to recruit players. What are you talking about? Acting as if Candace Parker didn't go to the Las Vegas Aces in her last season in 23 because she wanted to win another ring and she'd be a vet presence for the Las Vegas Aces. And she was a vet presence, even though she did get hurt midway through the season. You build off of your draft. And that's what Vegas did. They had those number one picks back to back to back. They also had Chelsea Gray. They also had Dearica Hamby, who was drafted when they were in San Antonio. So they had those players that they drafted. They also brought in people around them, who made a difference. And that's what's happening here. You got 3 players that were drafted by the Indiana Fever, who are the 3 best players on this team. And now you're bringing in other pieces to put around them. And actually, if you want to be completely honest and transparent about it, Natasha Howard was drafted by the Indiana Fever, as far as I know. 2014. She was. I'm pretty sure her first year was Indiana. Yeah, for her first 2 seasons in the league, she was with the Indiana Fever. So this is a homecoming for her. Goes around in circles, man. So this is a huge deal for the Indiana Fever. I think at this point, they are not just favorites to win the WNBA championship. They are prohibitive favorites. They are better than the Liberty. They are better than the Lynx. This is big. This is big. And unless they are derailed by injuries, this team is going to be serious. I said it that they would probably be like 37-7 this year. They might be better than that. They might be better than that. They're going to be looking at, they're going to be a tough out for anyone. And that home court advantage is going to be serious. They might not lose a game at home this year. I mean, I'm going a bit far maybe, but it's only a 44-game season, 22 home games. So they might not lose a game at home, and they're going to play at a blistering pace. So this is a big move. DeWanna Bonner signs with the Indiana Fever. Get your tickets now, man, because this is going to be fun. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on this deal. I never thought this would happen, but this one is a big shocker to me and a huge, huge deal. I thought she'd end up in Phoenix with Liz Thomas. Guess that's not the case. And so much. And just for the people that are so anti-Kennedy Carter, remember, she got into it with Caitlin Clark in the playoffs. She got into it with her. It's about winning, folks. People want to win. That's what it is. You got to stop being so emotional about stuff that happens in a game and say, well, you can never play with that person. That's nonsense. And that's not reality. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate y'all. This is Rudy's Rant. Be sure to like this video, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so. Rudy's Rant. We talk facts over feelings. Come on now.